represent. Let's go. Bring it live. Hey guys, how you doing over here? How's it feeling? You feeling good? I'm feeling good. I'm ready to get this going. NA versus NA, it's familiar territory. So let's take a look at some of our amazing teams coming up here. I believe we have some words from Amplified. Is this correct? On their journey to LA and what it really means to them?
I think we will have that shortly, but before that happens, I mean, for Amplified, excited to see them as well. I talked a little bit about V, but I'm excited to watch Amplified bounce back.
Yeah, absolutely. Right here, let's check it out.
When I started playing this game, I couldn't imagine actually that I would sit here right now, right here in Los Angeles in the Season 1 final.
When I found out that we were coming to LA, I told the team, and Nokia, his response, he was like crying tears of joy. I heard him tell his mom, his sister, I think he called his brother. He was so happy jumping up and down. He was screaming on the train, he told me. It's been a long ride. I mean, people think we're the underdogs because, you know, the direct invite or we're not first, second, or third. But honestly, tomorrow we will show that it doesn't matter points. It matters teamwork. So
That was pleasant. Look, they had a good old time just checking out Los Angeles as we are here for Season 1 finals of Guns of Boom. I don't even think I've seen half the stuff that we just saw. I live here.
Los Angeles is a very big place,
Yeah.
so there's a lot of places that might sneak by you and you won't be able to catch. But I like that Amplified has that you almost feel like it's that chip on their shoulder where you feel like some people might be counting them out because of the route that they got here. But this is a team that can fight. They brought it against Black Bulls. Black Bulls did win 2-0, but Amplified made those games close.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see these guys go up against another North American team here in V. And I like that. I like that mentality. We're like, no, we definitely belong here.
Yeah.
And I think that their play so far has at least shown that they can hang.
Yeah, absolutely. So speaking of V, their opponents, let's take a look at this video. They've got some words on how new players can get some, advance their gameplay to perhaps a pro level status.
My favorite weapon for sure by far is going to be the Odin, which is one of the top ARs. Favorite map is going to be Saloon, just because there's so much open area to use in the AR, and that's where I drop, I think, a lot of kills for myself.
I used to snipe a lot, but I kind of got away from that, especially after he started with the hard hat and everyone started using it. It's just not as effective. So I started putting on a scout, which gives you speed, so you can move around the map faster. So for the new players, I would say don't get discouraged. You're not going to be good right at the start. People are going to you're going to lose games. Just stick with it if you're trying to get good. And also a lot of people, they tend to specialize with just one weapon, but I don't know, I always felt like you need to master all of them if you're going to be an all-around good player. So make sure you're good with everything, not just a sniper, not just rushing, that kind of thing.
Oh, that's some great words and some advice. Definitely take notes there. Looks like we're about to get this first map underway. Amplified versus V Gaming. Two NA teams going to try to battle it out of the lower bracket.
Yeah, Kitty Monster, Anubis, Savage, and Nokia. You've already seen them once today. Had to fight against the Black Bulls. And as they take their seats on the stage, gonna look to try to make a lower bracket run, and there's little more exciting in esports than a team going on a lower bracket run. Can Amplified be that team?
You would wonder, did maybe Forza throws so they could come down here thinking they're going to dominate the North American team?
I don't know if Forza maybe thinks that. I mean, I think Yakuza brought it to them 100%. But
Absolutely.
Hey, if that's your strat, man, more power to you living on the edge.
Yeah, that's definitely more work, but can't put that out of there. And here we are with the V Gaming. What is this? Not a team player. He's like,
He's not a team player. He's like, I don't see anyone.
Yeah, he's like, who?
I'm on my own. I'm on my own.
Here they are, Team V Gaming, the only team with a female competitive player on the squad to have made it to the finals. Kudos to them.
And taking it to 3 games against back-to-back, which is really difficult considering the kind of team that back-to-back is. So you gotta feel like V's feeling good, even though they're in the lower bracket. They know the kind of game they can play. They know they can bring it. And I'm excited to see how they respond, how Amplified responds in this matchup. And I gotta say, the one thing that really impressed me about both of these teams is how they adapted to the play styles of both Black Bulls and back-to-back. We talk about Black Bulls being that SWAT team that always pushing together, communication always on point. And Amplified really tried to match that in a lot of ways, really never trying to aggress on their own, not trying to roam around. And if someone was roaming around, the other three stuck together trying to support their roamer. And for V, it was the same thing against back-to-back. A big reason why they were able to take a game is because they brought it to back-to-back with that, again, buddy system that you saw roaming around the point and then grouping up when it made sense to capture the point. So both of these teams able to adapt to their opponent. They weren't able to eke out a victory in the upper bracket, but now only one team moves forward from here.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely the name of the game right here. It's all or nothing. Will you go home packing, or will you be able to get a shot at the grand finals tomorrow? So V Gaming, you know, they're second seeded for their Go Force, so they're probably feeling a little confident. Amplified, the direct invite squad from NA, but they know that they're the underdogs. They know that people think they're the underdogs, and I think they feel like they have a lot more to prove, and so therefore they're going to really give us all that they got.
Yeah, I think they do feel like they have a lot to prove, but I feel like they also feel as if they will prove it.
Yeah.
And right here is really your final shot every time moving forward. You have to win this series, and I'm curious to see what the map picks are going to be for both of these
Do
teams.
we have the map bans? There they are. The bans are coming in. Amplified getting their first choice, Skyscrapers, little TDM action.
Interesting that Subway Station got banned out here against V. Military Warehouse also, Amplified does not want any of that. We saw what happened against them on Black Bulls on that game, but we will go TDM on Skyscrapers, which is honestly becoming my favorite map to watch pros play on because there's
those stairs.
There's so many, well, there's so many levels to be able to play on. Like you can play top mid, you can play lower mid, and then be able to push from there. Even like controlling one or the other is really equally intuitive to winning the game, just because there's so many different ways that you can play it. I'm curious to see if they play it slowly. The second map, Europe Square control points. We've seen that a couple of times today already. And again, that's a map where it's that B control point that you want to grab first so you can easily split and grab both A and C. So I like the map choices here, and I love Skyscrapers. It's such a fun map.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because TDM, to start it off, a little slower. It's simply based on kills and how they're going to be able to rack those kill points up. Then you got the control points into play, and that's going to significantly change up the game style. So we'll see how they fare. Will they take it to a map 3, or will somebody take it 2-0 and send the other team packing?
Yeah, I'm excited to see it, and I think that if this team in V is going to win, it's going to be Gentrix popping off like he did in his series against back-to-back. On the other side, Nokia had a couple of crazy plays, Kitty Monster as well, so you'd like to see this whole unit. You'd like to see Savage and Anubis be able to pick up here and get a whole team effort, Gen for the win, and not a team player as well. I mean, everybody kind of had moments, right, in their games, in their former games in the upper bracket. So you want to see everybody just kind of be able to carry equally, as trying to rely on one or even two players is so difficult to do, especially if that player gets knocked out.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like the first map is getting underway here. Let's take a quick fly through the map of Europe Square.
Oh, so it is Europe Square first, control point.
We're doing
so
control point first.
It maybe Skyscrapers second, but either way, Square, the battle's gonna get underway. Our first lower bracket match. The series is underway, and you see augmented reality. The man put the map on the table. Like,
There it is. It's
See
about to
that?
pop up.
Wait
There's
for it.
nothing
Wait for it.
on the table. Oh,
We're in the game
next time.
already. Getting the first kill is Anubis. He gets first blood. Gentrix able to follow up with a nade kill, but Nokia picks up a nade kill as well. So already taking control early is Amplified and trying to find the kill against not a team player. Anubis has no health left, but it doesn't matter. He stays alive. Savage helps him out. They take an early lead.
Kill assist. Point B is under attack.
So V trying to get control of B here. And you see on the backside C also under contention, but A going to the other side here. Savage getting killed with another double kill for Gentrix. Rolling around, he's able to maintain control here for V and trying to get up here in the points, but they're still about 80 down. Picking up another kill, Nokia picks it up. Gentrix goes down, double kill for Nokia with 2 knife kills. Are you kidding me?
Oh my goodness, those knife kills are amazing as they will just whip out if anyone's close, within near reach. They're just going to whip that weapon out and just stab you right in the heart.
And so V have been able to control B for a while here, but it is Kitty Monster and company here on the other side that are doing well, holding the point and holding down. Savage picking up another kill as well. Jen and Corrupt able to take the trade, trying to fight back into this. And you see the fight on a B grenade kill here, and Amplified. Some great stuff happening for them, but V is holding control of this B point. They pull within 60, and another kill for Corrupt. They pull within 20. And
B
now,
point
it's
huge.
Back the other side, absolutely.
Yep. They've gotten control of B, but Nokia comes in and just takes out. Or no, I'm so sorry. Jen actually said no, Nokia. This is my hill.
And not a team player picking up a kill as well. And so they're fighting back within 40 here. They were down about 120 at one point. That was V. Amplified trying to go in and cannot do it. Kitty Monster getting the nade kill in the face of Gentrix. And now trying to work that post. He cannot. Jen picking up the kill. Jen trying to get back onto the point here. Picking up a kill here is Jen for the win. And dominating performance here on the B point as Amplified try to get back control, but it's V who are going to cap B point unless Nokia has an answer for it. Around the corner, finds Jen, gets her, and she goes down. They don't find the cap, they almost got it, and now they do get it actually on the backside, picking up more kills, popping it down, triple kill here for Corrupt, and they take the lead late. V looking to take the first game.
Doing a great job of holding down B and getting those multi-kills and taking the lead over. Excuse me, I thought for a moment 1,000 points is not winning it. 1,200 points will win you a control game.
And now just trying to get within 100 points of victory. It's so close. You see just trying to hold this A point. Corrupt now gonna try to move forward with this 100-point lead onto them. They only need 50 more points. Trying to get the double kill. He got it. Kitty Monster got the triple kill. Kitty Monster looking for the quadruple, and Getrix says no. Finds the kill. Getrix still on top. They are going to win map 1. V.
Oh my goodness, wow. Congratulations. Amplified was trying to sneak up there towards the end, and if they had a little bit more time, if 1,200 wasn't the cap, they might have had an opportunity to overtake and win the round, but unfortunately, 1,200 is the cap, and V took it home to make the win.
We were trailing for the vast majority of that game, and then it was just one team fight that changes the entire face
Well, it's getting
matchup.
those consecutive kills in a row. Those are huge and crazy game changers.
Absolutely.
Yep, so there it was. So let's go ahead and kick it over to our analyst to go ahead and talk a little bit more about the awesome that we just saw.
Thank you guys so much. We have Chief Pat back on the desk. Now we got to talk about this matchup because both teams in their upper bracket matches, they both played Europe Square, but Amplified are now 0-2 on it, but they looked so good starting off. How did V turn this around?
It's weird because with V, their starting strategy isn't that good. Both times in two different teams, you saw that they'd fall behind quite a lot, but then again, they'll get that clutch factor and get it back every single time. And nothing to point out is the fact that Nokia, even though they lost that game just then, he did so well for Amplified, cleaning up so many kills against so much damage done, but sadly it just wasn't to be. I feel like V kind of give Amplified a lot of false hope that they think they're going to take that first win and then just give it straight back.
Guns a Boom can truly be a game of inches sometimes. We saw that with Amplify's first series where they only were one kill down to pick up that very first game. They haven't won a game today, but honestly, I think they've been extremely impressive being a lower seed coming into this tournament. So it was so heartbreaking to see them lose towards the very end, but I think with just a little bit more precision, and if they can get some momentum after winning their very first game, I could see them reverse sweeping the series.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult, right? When your first match of the series is up against Black Bulls, and you almost take a map off, and they were so close. Coming down to this bracket, again, almost taking a map off of V. Now, coming into the second map, how do Amplified need to reset their mindset and try to get back into the series? Because remember, this is the lower bracket. If you lose one more time in a series, your tournament life is over.
I think this is a very, very important moment for Amplified, and this is a difficult one at that because they need to be at their best mental game ever, and this is going to be really hard for them after all of this happening to them, after Black Bulls steamrolling them, after them being so close to victory. I really don't know what they have to do, but if they have something in them, like a real cyber athlete inside.
Yeah.
Like they need to pull that out right now, and they need to be precise and consistent, and they really need to be stable.
I think
Okay.
one thing I want to add to that as well is the fact that Amplified, you need to remember, even though it was a direct invite, they've got no pressure. It's most of the other teams like V and Hyped and Forza, they're the ones with all the pressure on them because they come in with a really high seed. Amplified just need to know that, if they do lose this match and get knocked out of the tournament, they come in as a low seed, so doesn't worry too much. But this could be their final game of the tournament. So they really need to show that fire because that game was very close and V really had to step things up to at least clutch that win. So even though, they fell apart a little bit towards the end, they can definitely come back in games 2 and 3.
I mean, we definitely do have to drive home that point. Amplified, they started their season much later than a lot of the teams competing in the North American Go 4s. But we'll see if they can bring it back. We're going over to map number 2, casters. Take it away.
Thank you. We are moving on to map number 2. Skyscraper this time, absolutely happening. Your favorite, right? Those stairs,
love it.
the
It's great.
verticality, and all of the angles and the sneaky angles that you can get.
Yeah, it's fun to just be able to when nades become such a bigger factor in your gameplay,
Yep.
it makes things really interesting and it makes it so tense and I love that kind of play. I love Skyscraper and this game gonna be hype.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be either V taking it home, or what will we do here? Come on, Amplified. This is your shot. We need an answer back.
The last time we saw both of these teams play in a team deathmatch scenario, how about right off the bat, picking up 2 kills? That is Kitty Monster with the first 2 kills of the game, trying to find a third. Savage actually picks that one up, and Kitty Master goes down.
Goes grenades. Oh, we just saw that there in a second ago, but we're getting some grenade kills already going down right in the middle of the map.
And now Amplified just waiting for it, but V moving together, actually picking up a kill on the backside, and now trying to push on to Savage. Jen on the backside, can she pick up the kill? She does get it. Kitty Monster actually picking it up there. Another grenade kill for Kitty Monster, who is popping off early. Getrix goes down to Nokia. Now Nokia in trouble from not a team player. He's able to get the trade here for V, but the early lead belongs to Amplified.
V taking over the mid-map. Holding on strong, positioning here. Jen holding strong down in the corner. Corrupt.
And Nokia picks up a kill, but another trade there from Gentrix. And so they try to pull within this 50-point lead that Amplified have. And Amplified are just kind of sitting back waiting for their answer, waiting for a moment to go in. It's tough as Corrupt sitting there, full armor, full health. Amplified waiting to try to aggress here on the backside. You see Nokia and Kitty Monster just peeking the angle,
Oh my
waiting
goodness,
waiting
yep.
for them to try to push to them. There we go. And then the first shot happens. Does he get the kill? Nokia throwing the nade. He hits his teammate instead, trying to get into Jen for the win. And Corrupt picks up the headshot. Kitty Monster's by himself. Jen gets the kill. What patience by V.
Oh, Savage with the double kill. Coming in with that double kill. The second one was a melee kill.
And now not a team player. Trying to keep control and get the pressure up here in mid. Actually taking a shot on the backside. He goes down immediately. Just not the best spot for him rushing down. Thought it was a clear angle, and he didn't have it. And you still have this almost 100-point lead by Amplified as V try to find their way forward. And you see what Amplified are trying to do is they're trying to push V forward into this open area where they have the clear angles, daring them to move forward. And you have that ability when you have such a lead. And now look, they're going to push as they move down, and he goes down, butchered there. Jen for the win and Corrupt trying to get the trade. Gentrix on the backside. They get that kill. They pull within about 80, but still, this lead is going to be hard to overcome.
Yeah, you saw that for a second. They kind of actually V pulled back a little bit because they knew they just need to stop running in one at a time and getting taken out, which is giving the opponent those points. They pulled back. It served them well. They were able to get some kills. And here we are. I mean, we've still got a 100-point deficit here, or difference, excuse me. But V Gaming is creeping back up.
And Amplified, you see the 3 on the top end, and looking down is Savage. Savage looking for a peek here. He doesn't get it. Just trying to stick with the rest of his team. As you see V, they do have control of top mid, but it's really holding all the cards is Amplified. The grenade trying to get things going here for Jen, and they do get the grenade kill on top. Corrupt wants to push forward now. Probably not well advised. Back is Anubis. He picks up the headshot. Nokia gets the kill, but the trade is there for not a team player, and he's able to get that kill, but it right now. They have this massive lead. Amplified. It is hard to come back if you are V.
Yeah, absolutely, because we only have 124 more points Amplified needs to win this round. And V having way more, 100 outside of that in order to catch up. And it's just, I mean, time is not going to be on their side.
Oh, Gentrix versus Savage, and Gentrix with no health, he's able to pick up the kill. Gen goes down to Nokia, but Nokia goes down to Corrupt. A lot of trades in the favor of Amplified, still with an 83-point lead, and Gentrix goes down quickly to Kitty Monster. V has to be careful, not a team player. He's rotating around Corrupt, looking for that first shot. He did find it, but again, just trying to roam and get a kill. They can't do it. He just ended up dying there.
Yeah.
So Amplified are being given almost free kills in the 65 points left for Amplified to take this victory.
He tried to do the flank and take him out, but unfortunately they saw him there, took him out in advance, but V is going to have to do some multi-kills here if they're going to have a shot at bringing this back.
And Kitty Monster picking up another kill. They're making it harder, but Gen for the win on the backside, able to pick up one kill, able to pick up 2 kills. Gen for the win, can't get that kill, goes down. Anubis trades with a double kill of his own. 9 points for Amplified to take this to the
kill.
third set. Kitty Monster, Savage on the backside. You see V all together. They know they can't die. Gentrix going all in, trying to find the kill. He goes down, and there it is. Amplified taking map 2.
Good job by Amplified. They were just like, they knew, they felt the pressure. I mean, they needed to win that. Obviously, we're going to go now to a map number 3, and we're going to find out who gets to stick around in the tournament this weekend. So I'd say with that, let's just kick it back over to the guys and get some more words on that.
Thank you guys so much. We've got another map 3 here at the Guns of Boom Season 1 Finals, and Amplified get their first win on the board of the day. And what a way to do it here on Skyscrapers. And they really just took advantage of the aggressive play coming out from V.
Yes, and I would say that it's rare that you see in Guns of Boom defensive play being done so well. And with Skyscrapers and with holding the high points and holding it down low, they really worked well to just thwart any attempt of V to get back the points. So you really are rewarded for jumping right in and trying to get multi-kills, but here it was perfect defense.
And speaking of multi-kills on Skyscrapers, it was Kitty Monster that started it off. You know, you were talking about how Amplified were trying to control the top of mid, the high ground there, while of course V were holding a low ground. But Kitty Monster starts it off on the first round by going to the lower, getting the flank, getting a double kill for himself, and then from there just snowballing it in his favor. What is Kitty Monster doing that is so good for his team right now, for Amplified?
He's just really listened to the comms so well. Like, that starting strategy they had, I feel like I'm not really too sure if V's starting strategies aren't that good, or it's the fact that Amplified starting strategies are just that good that they manage to get a dominating start every time. But I think they kind of learned their mistakes from the first map and said, right, let's be patient. We've got a lead now. Let's try and not be overzealous or try and make too many high-risk, high-reward plays. Because don't get me wrong, it's great to do if you're falling behind because you need to make those plays. But there's so many angles they had and how they were playing. It feels good. But one of the main things as well, I said before, after that first game, it's the fact that Amplified, they haven't got any pressure on them. They're fine. Like, you know, they're coming to this from a direct invite and they're not expecting too much, but obviously they don't want to go out losers round 1 just like any other team. But V, they're going to feel the pressure. If they get knocked out round 1 as the number 2 seeded team in North America, that's a big statement.
Honestly, I think Amplify, they might have won their first game right here, right now, but they've been leading for 3 of 4 of the games we've seen today. Game 1 in the winner's bracket, and then in both of these games now, they've had the lead, and finally being able to close it out here is crucial. Honestly, for me, I'm trying to remain unbiased on the desk. I love all the teams, but I was rooting for them to finally close out their first game here, and this could be the turning tide as they get into Game 3, as they move forward potentially into the next match to get some momentum and start capturing a lot of victories in a row.
Amplified looking for their first win. But if you want to win, make sure, of course, you are active in our YouTube chat right now. We got the Barracuda giveaway, one of the strongest snipers in the game. All the pros use it. You can get your hands on it too. So make sure you are talking in our chat. But now that means we are, of course, going to map number 3. Stanislav, you want to chime in just a quick second?
Yes, I think this would be the perfect underdog story.
Yeah.
Amplified arguably is the weakest team just by the points and by history that we have in the tournament. To see them come so close to victory so many times and play so well, you can't help but really root for them to overcome themselves and every obstacle and grow here in the tournament.
And a quick note, they're playing team deathmatch again. I believe they've played both team deathmatches today excellently. So I'm excited to see how they get into this final match right here and maybe put up that same performance.
They need to close it out. It is 1-1 up against V. We'll see if they can get their victory and move on. Who will get knocked out? Casters, take it away.
Yeah, V for victory, right? That's what you're hopefully hollering.
If you're a V fan, that's what you want. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, the squad themselves are like, this is what V stands for right here, victory, and we're going to continue on in this bracket.
And for Amplified, I mean, you've really started to get the gears rolling now. Well-oiled machine. I love their play in map 2. I think that, like they said on the desk, grabbing that early lead and not trying to force the issue. And especially on Skyscraper, you saw back in that, the back half, right in front of their spawn, it's so much open space. So if V want to aggress onto you, it's so difficult because they are holding down every single angle. And so going into map 3, it's going to be a little different. We're going to Atrium, so, that control point, it is still very open, but it's more so the whole map that is that's more open and more akin to, just those long-range snipes or frags, and I'm excited.
Yeah, absolutely, because I mean, this is going to spread everyone out. They're not going to be able to roll in fours in order, unless they just want to go point by point. However, they're not going to be able to cap all 3 obviously at once. But it's going to spread everyone out, and we're going to be able to see here how everyone is able to keep their team alive.
And already you see from the get-go, it's Amplified taking control of the points, but getting a lot of kills as V. You see Corrupt alone by himself, sandwiched between 3 Amplified players, and he goes down and takes control of 2 of the points here early are Amplified. You see Amplified trying to get those kills, but Corrupt and Gentrix do pick up those as well. So they pull within a couple of points here, trying to cap really more than A, but Amplified maintained possession here of that B point.
Yeah, and here they are. They're taking this lead. They've got how many points here? 2 points. And they're now breaking down a 3rd point. Amplified going for a triple cap. Is this going to be your first triple cap of the weekend? Is it going to happen? Is it happening?
Oh, Nokia!
There it is! Oh my gosh, the points are about to skyrocket.
Yeah, you see that 540 points, now 552. The points just skyrocketing up, as you said, Lucy. And now this massive lead for Amplified. Can they complete this reverse sweep against V?
So not a team player holding down A. They said, hey, come on, you can't have all 3. Give us at least 1. Trying to break down another hill. And here they have 2 possessions at the moment, which will be very crucial, but they need to get some, I don't know, really right here, they need to get some crazy multi-kills.
I mean, you're down by 300 plus points right now. You have to try to grab control of all 3 of these points. A's a good start, but Nokia already making that down. By himself is not a team player. V is all out of sorts. You see nobody together right now, and Amplified are just picking them apart. Corrupt and Gentrix do pick up 2 kills, but not a team player. He's by himself, sandwiched in between 2 Amplified players. He goes down. It's a killing spree for Kenny Monster. Butchered.
Oh my goodness. V trying to take B so desperately, but Amplified keeps saying, get out of our house. You're going home today.
And now, with just about 100 points left, Amplified are just cruising their way to victory. Look at Kitty Monster. He actually goes down there, but Nokia comes in, picks up a kill. It's a double kill for not a team player. There it is. Amplified upsetting B in the lower bracket. They move on.
Wow, congratulations to Amplified. My goodness, the fastest round yet.
That was just utter dominance. There's really not much else you can say about that. They were able to take B and C so quickly and then forced V back. V got so focused onto the A point and they couldn't hold on to it for very long. It allowed Amplified to just push on them and then get them all trickled and spaced out. You saw late in that game, V were never really able to group back up as a team and try to take a point together. And Kitty Monster went absolutely bonkers in this game. What a game from him and what a game from Amplified to move on in this tournament.
Absolutely. I mean, it went to show right there. Amplified has been busting their butts to make sure that they are on point here in the Season 1 finals. We did hear from the V Gaming squad that they were only able to get a couple weeks prior to today to prep and scrim and what have you. And perhaps that might have been their demise. But let's go ahead and kick it over. Talk about all of what just happened that upset with the guys at the analyst desk.
We are just getting amazing games after amazing games here at the Season 1 Finals for Guns of Boom. And now Amplified get their first win of the tournament, keep themselves alive, and they'll be moving on in the lower bracket. And what a way to do it on that third map. There was just so much momentum. Generally in these maps, we see whoever controls the midpoint will have the favor. But what happens when you take all three?
Yes, and all three in the first minutes, just like 1 minute, all 3 points are owned by Amplified. And I mean, just like no competition whatsoever. And it was such incredible steamroll. I think V didn't expect it at all from Amplified, who just before that took the second map. It wasn't easy for them at all. But here it seems like it's a completely different level, and I can't help but think that Amplified was just growing and growing and growing throughout this tournament, with this map being their like point where they maybe start winning, and maybe they start winning hard.
Yeah, I mean, we've got to talk about just the dagger in the heart. And the dagger in the heart was Nokia. He was getting in there up close and personal. He had a monstrous performance and going in for so many of those melee eliminations. How did he do it, especially in that last map?
It's like I said before, even in the first map, even though they lost, he's just on cleanup duty at the moment. You can't stop him. He's kind of like the ace in the hole. And during that whole map, you know, you said it yourself, they trip caps like within the first minute. In control, just overall, that's unheard of. And what you've got to remember is the fact that the team just seems so much more coordinated. And you saw there, they just wanted it so much more as well. Their momentum going through this, there's no pressure. They don't need to worry about it. So even if they lose, they're a low-seeded NA team technically. But my God, they are completely different, opposite end of the spectrum on that.
Yeah, they've got a lot to prove here. And Chief Pat, did they make you proud?
They've definitely made me proud. You know, I think they might have played the best, even though I know that, you know, they didn't advance in the winter bracket. They're currently my favorite North American team. That being able to pull that off after losing their first 3 games to win 2 back-to-back there, you can really see them start to peak as a team, especially in game number 3. So I'm really looking for them as a dark horse leading into tomorrow to cause a lot of noise inside of this tournament.
And of course, with that victory, that does mean that V are out of the tournament, but they still had a stellar performance today. Were there any standout players that you guys would like to highlight coming out from V?
I think from V, Gentrix is definitely one, and I think Corrupt also played really well as well. Both these players did such a great job with the aggression and trying to keep the opposite team at bay. But it's like I said before, this is the upset of the tournament, and it's only day 1, and already we've seen V, the number 2 seeded team, get knocked out so early. It's unheard of, but it's unbelievable stuff from Amplified.
It does feel, though, that V maybe didn't have the mental strength they needed for the offline tournament. I've been watching their games. It feels like they haven't been completely themselves right now. So maybe they just needed experience before they can show their true colors, maybe in the next offline event.
Yeah, again, you have to remember that for many of our competitors here at the tournament, this is their first kind of title that they go forward with. Now, if you want a boost to try and get into, of course, professional Guns of Boom, you have a chance at winning some great prizes, and one of them is going to be the Barracuda, one of the strongest sniper rifles, very heavily used within pro play. And, you know, make sure you're in YouTube chat right now and enter for your chance to win that. It's a level 34 item. It's very hard to get. You have to grind for it.
I'm hopping in the chat right now. I'm ready to hop in.
Get on your phone. Get on your phone right now. But yeah, that is going to be game number 5. We're going to move on to the second game. And when we get back, we do have an interview, it looks like, with Nokia from our winning team. So we'll be right back. This is the Guns of Boom Season 1 Finals.
B-point is huge.
Back the other side, absolutely.
Yep, they've gotten control of B, but Nokia comes in.
Jen trying to get back onto the point. You're picking up a kill here as Jen for the win, and dominating performance here. Time we saw both of these teams play in a team deathmatch scenario. How about right off the bat, picking up 2 kills? That is Kitty Monster with the first 2 kills.
And they're now breaking down a 3rd point. Amplified is going for a triple cap. Is this going to be your first triple cap of the weekend?
Massive lead for Amplified. Can they complete this reverse sweep against V?